What's going on, Reefing fam? March here, Fragbox TV, and today we are in, where are we, Tia? Tia's the camera woman.
Hello.
We are in lovely California. Today we're going to check out, where's the sign? There's no sign.
None of these places have signs on them. We keep visiting and...
Cool. This is called Route 66. It is a large, big coral wholesale. Yeah. Where are we going to start?
Let's start with these mixers, yeah.
This is a lot bigger than what I expected. I don't know how I'm going to upload the videos. We just shot Coral Depot. So if you saw that one, yeah, this will probably come out next. Let's test my ADHD today.
1,500 gallons.
Are you guys using RODI? Yeah. Nice. 1,500 gallons. I think ours in the store is 200 gallons. What's ours?
It looks like 100. It looks small, cool. Yeah.
That's like a mixing station on crack.
Wait, he said it's ocean. From the ocean?
I guess, that's what he said.
That's wild.
Ocean water, I've never heard that before. That's a first for, at least for us, I don't know for you guys.
This looks like a nice packing station here.
We'll get into the corals in a second, bear with us. We're going to get into the fun stuff. But when we come to stuff like this, we are looking at a lot of, I'm trying to get ideas. I'm always collecting ideas, like something that they do smart, and every time we leave I gather something different. Like that. Well, actually, why is there a UV sterilizer? You see it underneath?
Oh yeah.
Running on the saltwater. Interesting. Maybe because it's ocean water. Okay, let's go say hi to the owner, our friend over here. Mastermind behind it. And again, a fantastic. How many square feet?
It's 8,500 square foot, but down here we're probably about, I would say like about 7,000, 7,500.
It's big. How old is the location? How old is the spot?
We've been here going on 3 years.
3 years.
Yeah. We used to be about a mile away from the front of that. I'll show you. That's where see that?
You know what that is, Pat? I've never seen that.
They supposedly eat flatworms.
That's why you're keeping him with the Acro.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
I like that you're using glass. Usually when you go to kind of bigger operations, it's just all fiberglass.
You can thank COVID for that. Like $2,900.
Okay.
And when COVID kicked in, they went up to almost 10,000.
Wow. Awesome. Well, because everything went up.
Yes, yeah.
Everything
So
went up.
we just, we let the glass roll.
So you kept building and then
Yes.
you switched to glass.
Yes.
I like it.
Yeah, it works.
It looks nice.
It works.
Maybe it's a pain in the butt though, because now you got to clean inside. How many total gallons running in here?
I would say about 18,000.
18,000 gallons. This gentleman was telling us that the salt you use is actual salt water?
Yeah.
Oh, no way. From the ocean?
Yeah.
I've never heard of it. Usually people just use a commercial mix or...
We got too much stuff going on here to do that.
There's a lot going on.
This back end area, we're going to farm. And we're going to use synthetic salt for that.
Okay, so you're going to start actually farming stuff.
Yeah, we already started, but it's been a process.
Looks like you like the radio.
Yeah.
Smart. I always got him on the
Can
rail.
you move them around?
Those are the old Sunlight Supply rails.
The halides.
Yes.
Yeah, I haven't seen those in a while.
Yeah.
You don't know what we're talking about. Back in the day, we used to use halides, like we would throw pot under. Sometimes you have a rail, even with a motor.
Yes.
What the light would do is move over the tank, so you'd only need one halide to save money. They kind of like, it would mimic cloud effect.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was actually kind of cool. Nobody does. That's so dead. There's no going. Are these the G5s?
These are the G5s.
You got some G3?
No, these are G6s right here.
Okay.
You get G6s here, here.
Just Radion. I don't see Hydra, I don't see Kessel, I don't see T5.
No, nothing.
Just straight Radion.
Yeah.
Are these all connected to a single sump?
No, each individual system.
Oh, so one. Oh, and then the sump's on the end. Wow. Well, that's a lot of work, no? That you got to test each.
Yeah, it is, but it gives us that flexibility like the whole.
Yes. Okay.
It's quickly go down.
I guess if something goes down, you're losing just the one.
Yes.
You wouldn't lose.
Yes.
Let's check out the sump. I've kind of like that, you know, I'm OCD and you have them all the same.
Yes.
The same skimmer, the same size, the same plumbing, you just replicate.
Everyone in this industry is OCD.
Yeah, oh, it's not just me then. I'm not the only one.
No.
And so I'm coming into a filter saw.
Yep.
It's very pretty simple. Live rock,
Very simple.
Berlin method, right?
Berlin method.
Like, who makes this?
That's all Seas Marine. That's the old Euro Ring knockoff.
1.025.
Uh,
Yeah, nice. And then what do you use? Reflow as a return plug?
No, these are the W lids. Did I say reflow?
Oh, I thought it looked like one.
Yeah, there's a company down here in LA, but they just moved to check out the rock.
Check this out. It's lots of rock. That's it. Simple. A heater?
Yes.
Any sort of apex, controller,
No.
Neptune, everything done by hand.
Everything done by hand and just 2 years of experience. We know what to do. We have it.
These become your testers.
We just have it pretty set.
Yeah.
It's pretty simple.
So, sorry.
Yeah, it's just simple.
Because you're using ocean water, let's go on that side, because I don't know if the audio is going to pick up. What
Okay,
did I
go.
want to ask?
Right here.
recording.
Because you're using ocean water, do you add calcium, magnesium, strontium, any of that stuff back in?
We add strontium back into that. No potassium, but strontium and salt.
What is the alkalinity come out like in the ocean center?
It ranges. When it's raining, everything's kind of going out of whack.
True.
Temperature does affect stuff. So, you know, so it can be off in the street heat like now.
So are you dosing on these tanks?
We don't really dose anything. The only thing we'll dose is bacteria.
Water change?
No, we do. I'm sorry. We do dose calcium and alkaline every day.
You do every day. Which brand?
Well, we're supply.
Oh,
Yeah,
shout out to
Bucker
PRS.
Supply,
If you
yeah.
haven't heard them, then I don't know what you're doing. You're in the wrong hobby.
You're not a lot.
Do you keep a tank at home? No. How'd you get into it? This is your home.
It pretty much is.
Yeah.
It's a long story, but basically, I used to do construction. I got
Yeah.
injured. I was on workers' comp for years. They say they'll retrain you to do another field,
Okay, yeah.
but I was not going to make the same amount of money, so
So let's help you.
we said I could use that money to build a business. I built a business together.
Yeah.
I did that, and I started a company called Fragging back in 2003.
Started with like growing frags.
Yes.
Yeah.
So we were pretty well known back then, and one thing led to another, and we were 66 years before.
Wow.
So
How long have you been in the industry?
since 2003. So it'll be 22 years.
23 years. What's that? Sorry, I have a little bit of ADHD. We're getting sidetracked.
Yeah, this is the acclimation kit. So when we get our corals, we'll set them up. Yeah, we waterproof them, and we set them up to this little bins here. It's all connected to this water here.
The corals coming in.
So they'll drip.
That's like a massive drip table.
Yes.
Look at
From
that. So what people would do at home on a small scale with maybe an AccuDrip or an airline with an IV
Yeah.
and a bucket, this is what we're looking at that on a commercial sort of scale. Yeah, that's pretty cool. And so the dripping out of this,
Yeah.
literally drip.
Put some switches here, and then we drip.
Pretty cool.
And this water will go down into a drain and out.
What was here before? Like, what was this building?
What the auto parts for?
Auto pod. Very, very different.
Yeah, we got some people that still come in here looking for auto parts. Before that, I think it was a beauty supply.
They get tripped out when they walk in.
Yeah, well, I mean, everyone that sees blue lights automatically think that you're growing something.
Yeah.
I mean, we're here, you can just smell it blow.
Yeah.
Driving by slow.
Do you have any favorite corals or any that we're just sitting out with?
I'm an OG stickhead, man.
Stickhead, about the acros?
Yeah, lots of
Yeah.
beautiful
You
acros
can
growing
tell.
here.
You know what? I'm surprised. Oh, you do have
They're
some
growing.
good hybrid. Wait, he's using the, looks like the Aquatic Life, maybe G2 hybrid alongside some Radion.
G4s, G4s.
G4, G3.
G4.
G4,
You can tell by the bubbles underneath.
Yeah, nice. How long
These
do
are
you-
properly grown acros. You can see the plates are totally
Check out-
encrusted.
check out
You got
these.
little branches coming off the top here. These have been here for a while.
Oh, that looks great. I apologize in advance. He's got some massive fans in here that are running, so I'm going to try and speak as loud as I can on the video or turn up the volume. Like you said, stickhead. Obviously, check these out. They're looking really, really good and super clean. What are you doing with these racks? Acid bathing them or like they look brand new?
Yeah, these were just clean.
Okay.
We replaced these every month. And
Anything standing out to you, Pat?
Oh, look at this acro right here. This is amazing. Look how deep rich red that is.
Incredible.
This one he calls the Skittle Bomb. It's amazing. Or Skittles.
How long are you running the T5s?
The T5s are on for 4 hours.
Still, we use a lot of T5s in the store. There's still room for them. Yeah, especially for the Acro. Really pulls out that color.
Man, we had such good success with T5s.
Clearly,
for
yeah.
years,
The proof's in the pudding. The stuff is really healthy, well encrusted. We're still using a ton. I think this may be the best, really, is the hybridization. You're getting the best of both worlds. You get the blue, you get the shimmer from the LED, and then you get that growth and full spectrum out of the T5. ATI Blue Plus bulbs?
Yes.
Yeah, that's the winner. Geisman used to make a nice one, and Coral Zuchten made a kind of cool pink one. But for the blue,
Fiji purple.
what's going on with this guy over here? We see a little bit of maybe STN?
It's more like slow.
Yeah.
And we got this one going up with that too.
It happens.
I think it's this area. We used to have a pump here.
Okay.
And this pump used to just
there you
like
go.
clean everything out.
Maybe too much direct flow?
I think it was maybe the heat from that pump.
If you are losing Acro ever, do not be disheartened. They're not the easiest to keep.
Yes.
This guy's a master. Look at the operation he has. He still has a piece and he's not 100% sure why. Sometimes it happens. These are delicate creatures and we're trying to recreate in our homes the most complex ecosystem in the earth in a fraction of the volume. So don't beat yourself up. Check out the shortcake. This is what we call back in Canada ultimate shortcake. What do you call this down here?
So these are the orange shortcakes.
These are crazy.
And unfortunately, it's not showing its true glory. But when it was really popping, instead of the
I don't know. It looks pretty good to me.
Instead of the typical red shortcake, these were orange tips, and these are these are frags from that. So this is already the 3rd generation.
What do
here.
you call this yellow one? That's incredible.
Those just came in about a couple of months ago, and we're still kind of working with them.
Looks like you keep a couple tanks maybe for algae
Yes.
control. He's doing his job.
And the good old poop.
They're the best employees, huh?
Yes,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Yeah. They never take sick days.
Nope.
Unless they get ick, I guess. No snails. I don't see any cleanup crew.
There's some in here.
Anything for
Not a lot.
anything for pest control? Like I guess you had that cool fish over there for flatworms, just in case.
Yes, but I mean these go through extensive potassium chloride dips before anything.
Like a nice proper quarantine.
Yeah.
I see a little 6 line in there too.
So like a spring ride damsel in here.
Any display tanks in here that you keep? No, huh?
Not yet.
Look, what is
All
this?
gonna make money.
I-
This is the last race.
Okay, I'm not going to get into this. Me and Pat, we agree on just about everything except for Paul Hughes. If you're watching this, I'm going to do a whole video on display tanks. But actually, maybe we'll have like a talk in the store, and we'll kind of go back and forth.
Does it generate revenue on the wholesale?
Not everything's about money, Pat.
No, but it's wholesale. Like
But
you have
it
to-
is true. This is,
Look how many display tanks he has.
yeah, this
1,
is.
2, 3, 4, I don't know, 50. A
Yeah,
lot.
technically, yeah, these are in a way like a display tank. What do you got going over here? I see some KZ over in the corner. We don't see too much of this anymore. It looks like he's got a proper Coral Zuchten from Germany setup going. Yeah, a little bit of everything, huh?
I used to be the dealer for Coral and Zucht.
This is the good shit. Falls extra. I think I overdid it one time with I don't see the vitalizer.
Yeah, no, this is stuff that we use, and we're kind of just going through it.
Yeah, be very careful with this stuff. It is very good, but you got to know what you're doing, and if you try to add it, just really start slow. Yeah, but if you nail it, some of the nicest tanks are those KZ running Zeovit sort of tanks. Looks like you use some of the Brightwell stuff too.
We use a little mix of everything.
Add some phosphates, some nitrates.
This is the new kid on the block.
Oh, hello, new kid.
Reef Moonshine.
Reef Moonshine.
Give a
Wow.
shout out to Andre.
What up, Andre? I like the packaging. Kind of looks like moonshine.
Yes.
Yeah, I like that. And I like that you got everything one cart. It's definitely a little bit of OCD going on. It's very clean. He's got all the plumbing lined up, even those essentials. It's a lot going on, but it's very orderly. It's well thought out. I'm sure they have systems. The bins go here. This kind of looks like TSA going on, but looks like thought went into it. It wasn't just a mishmash of accidental. Yeah.
We learned from the last facility.
Not your first rodeo. Is that the fragging station over there?
Yes.
Let's go check out how they're cutting the corals. And you said you're going to get into more of the aquaculture side and growing them and I guess being more sustainable. Is that the idea?
Yes.
Or profitable too, because you don't got to bring them in.
Well, there's a lot of stuff that comes in
Comes in bleached.
Yeah, they'll come in damaged, broken.
Australian acro, I find, is like that.
from our old facility.
I love this. Your construction background is showing.
This is going. This is all gone. There's a sink that's going to be put back here.
Okay, but this is kind of like a homemade wooden sink, essentially.
Yes.
How do you do the corners? Just silicone?
Yeah, you caulk them.
You caulk them, and then what are you using to waterproof it?
You can either use a urethane or epoxy.
I like it. I would never think to do that. Then you drill a hole for your drain, and it's simple but obviously effective. It works. Yeah, nice little fragging station, industry standard. There used to be one back in the day, inland.
Yes.
They weren't so bad. They were kind of inexpensive.
We've always used this.
Oh, always?
Always used this.
Yeah, when I moved over, these are the best.
It's just simple.
Yeah, this is the tool of the trade. You absolutely need one of these for fragging. You can do it by hand, but it's a pain in the butt. This is the way really to do it. Things are crazy. Yeah, they're on 24/7, I imagine. Do you have a backup generator here in case of? Wow. Do you have a Bible close by? Are you a religious man? Plenty. Yeah, lots. It's a lot of money in this operation, man.
Power has one out, but it never goes out long enough.
What's the longest you would say? A day?
10 hours, 12 hours.
Okay, yeah. We had in Toronto a 6-day power outage 7 years ago from an ice storm. And just about anyone that had a tank, they were wiped out. Yeah, it was like a massive reset on the entire city, everyone.
We're looking at this generator. It's called Generac.
Generac, a standby 25 kilowatt, something like that. This is, what are you doing here with the live rock?
This is basically my stash. I'm hoarding this.
Just when you see nice rock,
I'm hoarding it.
hoarding it.
You know, there's a specific rock that comes out of Bali.
It's beautiful, man. The shapes.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just beautiful rock, yeah.
So we've just been holding on to it. We got more.
Oh, you got lots.
We got more raceways that we're going to set up, so we already have our rock.
What's going on in there? You got the gold torch collection,
All
huh?
hospital systems.
Hospital. What?
Full row.
And what's in there? The water looks a little green, sort
I
of.
put in some amino acids just before you came.
Red Sea?
Yes.
Energy?
Yeah.
Yeah, I like that stuff. Yeah, the new and improved AB Plus. It's really good. Yeah, I noticed. Yeah, I like the way you've done the electrical. Like it's simple but neat.
Very
Like
simple.
everything's put, out of the way. It's not gonna catch fire. It's not gonna get wet in the event of a leak. You ever have floods in here?
No. We
No?
have not, but we have drains
Knock-
all over the floor.
Knock
so
on wood, just in case. Yeah, and you got concrete too, right? You're set.
This is all epoxy.
I can't get over this fish. I've never seen it. Like a little alien creature. And this is going to be more of the culturing stuff to grow up? Oh, it looks like you've started.
Yeah, we already started. I mean, this is another system. I kind of let loose to one of the employees to kind of let him do his husbandry. I wanted to see what he was going to come up with.
What are you doing with that puffer in there? I see a little puffer.
Little Valentini bucket.
Yeah, a little Valentini, right, hanging out over there. Do your staff have aquariums? Are they hobbyists? Like
That's why I kind of turned this tank loose to him.
Okay.
I wanted to see what he could do.
I'm surprised with how few lights you use. Like 2 lights on an 8x30, 8x36.
Yeah, 8x30.
And it's enough. Even on this one, 3. So I'm using in the store 5 on our raceways. Maybe it's too much. Yeah, maybe we should turn down the lights, do you? Like I'm noticing the A-cans here are quite puffy. Everything looks good. Maybe we're overlighting our tanks. Do you shoot for a par value? Do you have like a par meter?
We do have a par meter.
Yeah.
And we try to at least get 70 to 80.
Okay.
At least for the LBS.
We're like 100 to 120. Maybe we should think about turning it down. That's what I'm talking about in the videos when I like talking to people that have experience. I'm learning from the masters, something small like that would turn down the lights and you might notice the LPS puff up.
Did you set your par to 70 to 80 on purpose? Or did you set it and look at it and go, well, this is where they look good and happy and healthy, and then happen to measure the par?
It was more the second.
The second.
More the accidental.
More the second. We set it there and everything was just doing fine. And then one day I wanted to see
what it is.
I wanted to see what our Acropora were doing.
Yeah.
That was more of my concern. And then so we rented out par meter.
Oh. Hold on. Let's go look at. What are you getting for par on the Acro?
The Acros are like 250.
250. So I'm shooting for like 350 to 400. But keep in mind, there's really no rule book in this hobby. If you want to get into this, even on a wholesale side, you don't go and buy, wholesaling corals for dummies. You try it, you see what works, and maybe we're overlighting it. Like, yeah, I think his LPS, they look happier, puffier, and healthier than some of ours. Look, obviously the Acropora are just absolutely perfect. And it looks like you got pretty low turnover. It's not like a lot of water movement in here, huh?
Someone actually lowered the flow on this tank.
Yeah.
And I noticed that the Acropora and Acropora were much more happier, so I left it.
Look at this field of frog spawn. Those look cultured almost.
Those were, I bought that from a pet store because they were spawning all over the tank and growing within the system.
God, look at this.
And hoping to replicate that here, but it never happened.
So it looks like you have stuff that maybe prefers lower flow together, the Albies, the Ghanies, the Duncans, and then maybe the Torches and stuff in a different...
Yes.
I get you have that luxury of space here where you can kind of mix it up. What's going on with this thing? Yeah, what is this?
So this was one of my mad experiments here. You know, I was trying to test out Acropora, like how to properly feed them. And so what we did was we set this up so that I could feed it and control it.
Feed the shit out of it.
Yes, and then if I wanted to just dump half the water out, I could.
Yeah. And what did you find?
Nothing.
Nothing?
Nothing. I didn't have the patience.
Oh, you gave up on the experiment.
I gave up and I said, you know,
I was hoping you were going to give the YouTubers this revolutionary Acropora keeping secret that we've been waiting for. No, nothing. These are interesting. What am I looking at? This? To the right? Oh, yeah, the Valentini. Why do you keep them in the tanks? I thought they're not reef safe.
They are.
Oh, okay.
I mean, for us, we haven't seen anything up to say they're not.
And the fox faces, you keep them with the Acro. I guess they won't touch the LPS.
Yes.
Yeah, we just learned that lesson. And people say they're reef safe. I'm leaning towards more like 99%. Yeah, maybe you get lucky, you get one.
Our tanks over there in the Acropora system need adaptation.
You're telling me these are getting 250 par?
Yes.
Wow. So you know what? We were thinking about taking the T5s off one of our tanks, replacing them with G6. He's only got two over an 8x3, right?
Yes, these G6s are bright.
These looks like they came in recently, but not that recently.
They came in last night.
Oh wow, okay, your color's really good.
They came in spawning, so
Wow.
the water's a little cloudy.
Australian, this is what you're looking for. These are textbook wild Australian acros, the strawberry shortcake. Just beautiful, beautiful specimens.
You said this came in
Awesome.
Last night.
And this is the nicest.
Very good. You know what? Keep in mind, in LA, I think they have a much better flight from Australia. For us, it's got to go Australia, Hong Kong, Vancouver. Then we have to use a transshipper to go to Toronto. We have a lot extra time. So those extra 10, 12, 14 hours can make a big difference in the bag. They're sliming up. Our guy ships them with carbon, which is nice, and they come in big bags. How many of these are they fitting in a box? 4? 4 to 6?
4 to 6.
Yeah,
4 to 6.
Absolutely beautiful. The scollies look good. This is something we don't see. Like, I have to bring them in bleached. You guys hear me talk about it in the videos all the time, and then almost bring them back. Like, look at the plana here. It's just, that's the way it's supposed to look. It's just perfect. It's like a spathulata here, but just absolutely perfect color. All of them. Everything looks really good. Some Icefire, Ensenada, the Acropora Valida, or we call it Bonsai.
Yep.
Some of Bratanoides, I saw one somewhere. Colors are just fantastic. I'm not the only one who doesn't like fragging. We're called frag box. You see, he's saying he doesn't want to frag it. It's something very beautiful about a large colony out of the ocean, but if it doesn't sell, you're forced to frag it. You start cutting it, it's got to move, right? It's a Bratanoides. It looks like the one on the front of the Tropic Marin salt bucket, which just got, what's it called? Recalled. I'm not going to talk about that, but it looks really good. Look at a blue Linkia that has all legs and not milk. What? Is that even possible?
We've had those for over 2 years.
Man, maybe it's something about the natural seawater. Check out these Indo. These are the maricultured corals, acros. The nice millies, lots of tenuous. Those are really the two common ones that are coming out of there. But absolutely perfect. Let's see if we can maybe, I don't want to ask him to kill the flow. Because I know that I would forget. What are these on the front? What do these signify?
These are the dates that we took pictures of them.
Oh, okay. So you doing WYSIWYG on the site?
Yes.
Oh wow, a lot of work.
Yeah.
I guess you have a full-time photographer.
This torch right there.
Absolutely beautiful. If you're watching this video and have a store, this is all wholesale. If you are end user, that's not the right way to say it. If you're a reefing fam, if you're someone that keeps a tank at home, you cannot purchase from here. But if you have a store, you can get in touch. Route 66 is where we're at right now if you're coming in halfway through the video. Look at that.
Look at this.
Dragon Soul.
Oh my god, I'm in love.
You know what? Patrick doesn't get easily impressed by a lot of corals.
That's
So for him,
well, the acros I was very happy with the mistake at, but that's awesome.
This is
look at this.
What is this? Red
This 8 can here too.
Atlantic gyro.
Yeah.
Yes.
This is sorry for the motion sickness, guys. Close your eyes. Are gonna move over quick.
Look at that.
Beautiful, grafted, fused sort of 8-can Lordawensis. Or Micromusa, whatever they call them now, I don't care. I'm calling them 8-can.
I still call them 8-can.
Yeah, you're not, that's
They're
it.
8 cans.
Perfect Dragon Soul, Mobophilia. This is what we call atomic cherry chalice back in Canada.
Nice.
You like that name?
Yeah.
You can have it. Don't get too caught up in the names. If you like the coral, buy it, you know? See, I call it atomic cherry. Maybe he calls it, you know, rainbow butt kisser. Whatever the name is. We can't keep, you know, just it's a chalice. That's why we're trying to move back towards more of the Latin names, the echinophilia, the, you know, the Euphilia ancora, or whatever it is. Very, very healthy corals. Yeah, that plate corals. Let's go on the other side, see what Tia likes. I could be here literally all day. I don't know how long this video is going on. This is probably one of the longer ones. Just check out the Acro really quick. Very, very healthy. Are these getting dipped? Do they get dipped when they come in?
Yes. Yeah, we do the potassium chloride dip.
Potassium chloride, interesting. How come you don't use a commercial dip like the Revive or Coral RX or Red Sea?
You know what? I think the potassium chloride is much more stronger
Okay.
and effective. If it's going to kill the coral was not meant to be sold in the first place.
That's it. Yeah, it's almost better. Like, it's morbid to say that it dies here than it dies in your customer's hands, right? Yeah. The OCD definitely translates into the corals. Look how he's got them in a row, orderly, in line. It's very satisfying for me. It plays off that my inner OCD-ness. Acro guys, unite. I'm in love with this operation. Learning a lot here. This is the way it's supposed to be done. And it's simple too. Look, he's got cinder blocks on the bottom with a 2x4 frame. It doesn't have to be extruded aluminum, super fancy, but it's just done properly. It's done clean, methodically. It's got the same plumbing, and then if that works, you know, rinse and repeat many times over. I don't know how many employees are here. Imagine probably 15 to 20 guys. You need a little army to make something like this to happen, to operate. And the real big thing that I'm going to take away from today is how little lighting he's using. I'm actually blown away. I'm not married to any of the ideas that I have. I'm constantly learning. That's why we do these trips and videos. I'm not buying anything here. I can't take any of it back. We deal with almost all the same wholesalers that we're buying from overseas. So we talk and we meet and connect on that industry sort of level. But I'm just looking for ideas. I'm looking to learn. I'm looking to connect with like-minded individuals. It's hard talking this much, and I'm looking to understand which corals Tia really likes. Which one? See something? What is this? T5. What up? There's still room. There's still room in the hobby for T5. It's not dead yet. Not finished. Anything really standing up? Yeah, I knew you were gonna say that, Lobo.
Because it reminds me of the one I have at home.
Yeah, it's nice. Can you believe how little lighting? I keep going back to this idea. 2. Yeah, so I was gonna put. You know what? I don't know. We'll see when we get back, because I am gonna pull the T5 off our first tank. Yeah, that's incredible. Absolutely.
Woo! It's just huge too.
Woo! Massive.
Yeah, I was thinking to overlighting. Like, a lot of people are just blasting their
Blasting, we're probably overlighting our tanks because we're so limited on space. You know, we have like basically all of our LPS colonies in one tank, and we're trying to keep them all happy. I guess we could turn down one radion. We have them all set the same. Why do we have them all set the same? We could have, you know, less light demanding. We could keep the A-cans on one side and just kind of play with that based on the demand. Oh yeah. It's not rainbow, it's not jump out, it's just unusual with that gold stripe going around the head.
It's not striped out like a candy.
I don't see a lot of zoanthids. I see a couple here. Yeah, maybe we missed them. You don't have a lot of zoas, huh? Or maybe I missed. Let's go see them. That's my favorite coral. You guys know I absolutely love zoas. It's why I really got in the hobby, was collecting and trading zoas. Wow. How do you even ship that?
That's like bigger than my head.
Massive. We didn't even go through these beds. There's so much to cover here. It's got, looks like some massive red Monty cap over there. If you're watching this far into the video, we know that you're a super fan. We really appreciate it. Check out these beds of corals. They're just pristine. Pristine. By the type of coral: mushroom, plate, zoas, alvi, goni, aken, habmer, lobophilia, discosoma, blastomusa, merletis, favias, favites, plate corals, goniastria, more favia, platygyra. I don't know, now I'm just talking. Now I'm just flexing. Ah, the fox coral again. The fox coral that we can never seem. Oh, this is Patrick's turn. One more time.
Temenzophilia turbina.
Temenzophilia.
But it's pronounced properly. It might be pronounced.
Rapapata papata shapatopata. Oh, pectinia. Look at that right in front of you.
Pectinia? Yeah, rainbow pectinia. No, I was saying there's a Moorish idol in here.
I saw it. He just kind of
It's
snuck
gorgeous,
by.
yeah.
Nice leather corals. Beautiful Australian golden torch. Check these out. This is probably, I would say, one of the nicest, largest operations I've ever seen. You?
It's nice.
Yeah. It's huge in here. Yeah, I can't. Yeah, I think it's. I'm gonna say right now, as of today, the nicest operation. Oh, look at these red Monty. Oh, he's got the zoas hiding. Check these out. Oh man, beautiful Australian wild colonies. Look at these. Get out of here with these things. And just absolutely textbook red Montipora. That's what you want to see. Isn't that cool, the way it plates out? And you can just start with a little piece. Oh, little shameless sale plug. Those are on sale on our website right now. I think they're 15 bucks. They're half off because it grows really, really fast. It's an easy one to culture.
So you can tell the par actually by the structure that it's growing on. So how it's growing like flat
Yes.
and scrolling out, that means it's a lower par. He's probably running a longer intensity. And if it's a higher par, the same coral will grow up like a cup like this. But with a lower par, it's growing out and flat.
They're just perfect. What's the purpose of these? Are you breaking off pieces and then wholesaling those? Or?
I bought a frag of this at Reefer Palooza in Orange County about 4 years ago.
Yeah.
And this is the result of it. And we've sold.
I love how spaced, he's got everything spaced out. So he could fit a lot more coral in there. I wonder actually why he does that. Check out the Forest Fire Digi. These are pretty cool. And this is quite rare here. We have some blue digitata, Montipora digi. We don't see it too often in blue. It's got a little, mushroom section. Spawning plates. It's a lot to cover, guys. And I really thank you for bearing with us and embracing my ADHD. You have this stuff very spaced out. Like you could probably fit a lot more plate corals. Is there a reason why you do it like that?
Yes, because all this is going for sale on Monday morning.
Okay.
And so these are all set up for photography.
Oh, right.
So photographers are already taking pictures of this.
Boom, boom, boom.
Yeah. So we set everything out. So
Why do you use the white egg crate? You never thought about using the black?
the pictures come out more realistic to us.
Oh, okay.
And the white really helps with the photography.
Right.
The camera is able to respond to it better.
I
than
find
the black.
I find the opposite. I find I get a better photo on the black, and you get this
Yeah.
nice contrast of the coral. But it's showing up nice here on this camera.
Yes.
They look great. Just beautiful. Where are these going here? I guess everything you're selling is going in the United States.
Everything, yes. Everything in the United States.
Look at that. So this one. Are you happy with the operation, with life, with this employment?
Yes.
So one accident, one bad workplace accident, construction ended up, you took a negative and turned it into something just absolutely incredible.
Yes,
Yeah, turned it around. Could you imagine that you'd be doing something like this on this level, or?
No, that was never in the plan, but you know, when you have a passion for something, I mean, I love to grow. I used to grow gardens.
Yeah.
So I was really into the whole growing thing.
And then it translated to this. Yeah,
See
that's.
the plates over here? Let him look at the plates there, March.
Oh, spawn! Look at this. It's got a long tentacle plate coral that's actually spawned, and it's over here on the on one of the return jets. Did you do the plumbing?
No, one of our guys here did.
Look at the torch. I can't get over the organization and how it's laid out. And there's just, they must acid bath these things all the time because they're super clean. They're completely white. We're using very similar structures you see on the bottom with the PVC to kind of hold it up. And then he's got zip ties hanging onto it. Look at these torch corals. Just out of town. They're just
You see that, huh, Patrick?
I'm out of
Yeah.
words. Just incredible. Let me go on the other side to show you.
big beast,
Look at the size. How do they ship these out? Like, how do you send something like that? In a bucket? It's massive.
In a dump truck.
Pick up only in a dump truck. These some of the crazy torch calls. If I'm someone in the States with the store and I want to open an account with you, are you looking for new customers? How could I get in touch with you? And
We're always open to new business. It's really easy. You can go to our website.
Route 66.
Customer. We have our Instagram.
Yeah, and keep in mind it is just wholesale. So I'm teasing you guys a little bit. They shut you guys down on Facebook.
Yeah.
Something about with animals, right? They
I have no clue, but I check
these out.
stores on there. Yeah, but we never sell them.
Blown polyps. One day we'll invest in a gimbal, maybe some proper microphones. I'm convinced that you guys like a little bit of I think we have a little bit of that appeal with the homemade sort of. It's a little shaky and March gets a little trigger happy with the zoom, but it's our style, it's our thing, and we'll see if we can improve the quality one day. Beautiful Euphilia ancora. You see something over there? I see Tia smiling. You smiling just in general? It'd be so nice to. We want to move to California. It's so nice down here. Oh man.
I saw a copper band hanging out over here, and I feel like it might be picking on them.
Yeah, that's why they're a little bit close. Ooh, check this thing out.
Yeah.
You got pink, you got yellow. This is deserving of rainbow. That's a true rainbow coral. You know, I have a problem with the word rainbow. It gets thrown around so often. Yeah, ultra and rainbow have become meaningless marketing terms that don't accurately reflect shit. But once in a while, you get something like this, where March can settle down and the ADH takes a seat, and we just, we really look at it, and it's got blue and pink and yellow and orange and red and green. And if you want to call that rainbow, I'd be happy to endorse it. Let's move on. We're getting stuck on that piece. What? Open brain? Oh yeah, it's kind of like, let me see if I can show you like a grafted piece. We could literally be here all day, and I think we wouldn't be able to cover how much he has in here. The lobophilias. Is that a new? And they're just green, but everything is healthy. You see any exposed skeleton, any algae, anything dead, anything even a little iffy? Nothing. Just absolute perfection, wall to wall.
That's wild.
Yeah, just green, but perfect green.
Yeah.
Green is.
I don't know if I've ever seen Cinerina that
How
looks
about
like
this?
that.
How about a double Cinerina? That's incredible. Again, all radion lit. What else can we show you guys? The scolies. I think we're gonna pass the scolies. You know what? In this video, I'm not gonna talk about scolies. Love you, scolies. You're all God's creatures. You all deserve love. I just want to ask one more question about the operation, what it takes to run something like this in terms of staff. How many people work here? What's your staff like?
We've got like 8 people.
8. Wow, that's surprisingly low. Yeah, so you work those 8 people hard, man.
Efficient.
You're efficient. Well, it shows clearly. Yeah, I was expecting like 15 to 20. That's what I would expect to make an operation like this.
We had 17 at the old place.
And then you just started.
You learn.
You learn.
You learn.
Yeah, it's very hard to find good help, good staff. If you guys like hearing me talk more about the business aspect, it's one of the hardest things. The corals are out there. You import them. Mother Nature is doing the hard work. To find someone to come to work every day on time, to find a Tia, this is 1 in a million. You get lucky with 1, maybe 2. It's very hard to find passionate, caring, customer service oriented staff, and that are just happy to come and do the job. I'm very blessed with the staff we have right now. The entire staff is awesome. Everyone that's there right now, we're in a very blessed, amazing time, and I'm so thankful for all of them. Every day that they come to work, I couldn't say enough thanks. I could do a whole video just about them. What are you feeding here? Reefroids?
Frozen food.
Frozen food. What are you feeding?
It's got like a little shrimp, octopus.
No. What are you feeding in the shop?
Oh, I just the fish in the can.
Oh, boring. I thought you were going to feed corals for some reason because I
No.
saw this pipette. I got excited. Do you do any spot feeding? Like, do you take the time to feed anything individually?
Yeah, we do feed every 2 days.
Oh, okay.
Feed,
Just corals for a day. Chalice. These are nice. Why do you keep the blue Linkia? Do you know why these are in here?
I don't know.
They eat algae.
Yeah, and they've been
All the
around
tanks
for
have-
like 2 years old.
I thought they were just made to melt. Oh, he's got a copper band. I love seeing healthy examples of copper band.
There's a smaller one that's
So
been normal
nice.
in here, too.
Beautiful. Oh, he's got a lot of fish actually hiding underneath. Yeah, they're doing their thing under there. Oh, here we go. Now we're talking zoas. Zoas. Look at this blue. Quite a rare color to find in any coral, and then again, especially in a zoa, like a true blue coral. There's not. Maybe you might find like a tortusa, a type of acro on the blue side. You get lucky, maybe a hammer. You're never gonna find a blue plate coral. You're never gonna find a blue torch coral. Duncan's got a little blue, but straight blue through and through. Very rare corals. If you find something like that, mushrooms, I guess, Discosoma come in a blue variety. You won't really find blue leathers. It's one of the trickier, one of the more rare colors to find. And then outside of torches, yellow. A true yellow is a little bit tricky. You have the gold torches, they're a nice yellow. You get kind of an iridescent green yellow out of the hammers, but those 2 colors for sure highly coveted in the hobby. So we try and keep it family friendly on the channel. I do my best not to swear off camera. The same cannot be said. And sometimes I'll see a coral that will really test my tongue. And before I pick up the camera in my head, I drop a couple F-bombs. And that's one of them. That's one of them right there. That is a really special elegance. It's not green, it's not crazy, it's not vibrant. You know I'm after the weird stuff. And that's one of them. Red, purpley. He looks like he's got some potential that maybe hasn't come out yet. And a nice size. That's really a cool piece. Kind of a diamond in the rough. see you saying they just sat on the website, right? Because it doesn't jump out at you. You have to kind of, you got to
It's
be.
hard to believe that they're real. You see them. You see
Yeah.
it's like a brilliant, vibrant print pink in the center, and people probably look at it online and go, "Oh, I like it."
You guys think I'm crazy. I hope I'm not boring you, but I think the sentiment is the same. The longer that you're in this, the more you come to appreciate the strange, uncolorful, sort of just different. Paul Hughes, if you're watching this far in the video, you know exactly what I'm talking about. Just those kind of sentimental, older, classic corals that are that just make you happy to see. It's a different vibe. How do you turning off the flow? Because everything here is manual. He's not using an Apex. There's no Trident. There's no energy bars. There's no Mastertronic. A switch. Beautiful.
Can I turn this one on?
Go ahead.
A switch. He's got a switch on the wall. If someone, woo! Oh, that's smart. So the return pump's going off, the skimmer's going off. It's really simple, really basic.
Check out this flow.
That's it. Lots of flow, lots of live rock, a decent sized skimmer. In my opinion, maybe even a little undersized. You think so? Yeah. Do you think that the skimmers are a little undersized? Do you do that on purpose, or is that?
They actually do more than what's going on.
Okay, so you think you're over skimming?
Yeah, they overskim.
I don't know. Just for the size, it would appear a little. How often are you cleaning it?
The skimmers every day.
Every day. Yeah. So just boom, 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 boom. Take them over to a sink. And how about the socks that you have there in the sump?
I want to say we'll get changed every 3 days.
Every 3 days. Are you cleaning them, right? You're not.
Yeah, we put them in the washing machine.
Nice.
Take out a nice bleach.
These are big.
36 inch.
Yeah, it's a big sock.
Yeah.
You let them air dry.
What's the purpose of these bulkheads you have here that are not being used right now?
This was plumbed when we had our own facility.
Oh, okay, and you repurposed them with this new design.
Yeah.
I got you.
Everything was made to plumb at that one, and everything was just
Everything done on steroids. Looks like he's using the Inkbird. This is Inkbird, right? Inkbird? Is that an Inkbird? Controlling what, like a titanium heater or something? BRS?
Yes.
Yeah, very reliable heater. Shout out again to BRS. Phoenix is good too. I think they're probably coming on this
better success
with the BRS. Yeah, with the BRS heaters. Yeah, titanium for sure. You guys saw in that video. Actually, one of the best performing videos. Kind of messed up when we crashed our tank in the store. Was that glass heater that broke, and then we lost absolutely everything. I'll link it into the description in here. It's kind of messed up that one of our best videos was when everything died. That you guys are morbid. That's what you want to see, and it was because of the heater. So if you're looking for a reliable one. Actually, not even if you're looking. It's really titanium or nothing. Go with the titanium heater. Go with an Inkbird controller. Set yourself up for success. You definitely, yeah, it wasn't fun. I got a nice little shock too when I put my finger in the water. All the fish, it sucked, man. It was an interesting day. Yeah, I'm reliving it a little bit right now. I don't know what else to say. I think we covered a lot of it. I could literally be here all day though, and I know we wouldn't. We could talk. We're like-minded people. We love this kind of stuff. We're just going to wrap it up. I really appreciate the time, and this one's going to do well. This is a great video. And again, it's Route 66. Look for Eric. Awesome job, man. And thank you for showing us around. Yeah, really appreciate it. Okay, guys, if you liked today's episode, hit the subscribe button. We're going to be back here. Actually, we're going to Reefapalooza. We're going to be in Reefapalooza Saturday, Sunday. A little more content. We're going to take a break from the corals. We're going to talk more about, I want to talk to the guys at the booths, how'd they get in the hobby. I want to know what they like. I'm going to try and see it a little bit more through their eyes. I'm going to do a different pace, different change of videos, and we will be back here soon. I much love each and every one of you, and thank you for watching today's episode of Fragbox TV. Bye-bye. Okay, bloopers, outtakes. One more point, we finished talking and I forgot to mention all the tanks have substrate. On every single aquarium, he's got gravel on the bottom throughout this entire operation. And why is that? He believes that it has good bacteria living in there, and it probably does. Also, you don't have to clean the bottom. And he made a good point. When was the last time you saw a bare bottom ocean? And then again, the point can be made, or the argument is that, these are obviously not the ocean, but in some respects, we're trying to replicate and mimic them the close we can, as close as we can, rather. And on the bottom of the ocean, you have sand, you have substrate, you have this kind of stuff. And I think he is right. As long, I'm changing my ideas on filter floss and socks and filter floss rollers. I think some of that detritus is good as long as you're not disturbing it. If you just have a layer, I never ever clean the bottom of my tanks when there is substrate. I don't believe in gravel washing. I've seen people crash tanks. I've done it personally. If you're going to do it, You know, there is no right or wrong way, just don't disturb it. And that's how he does it here. He uses some snails or some light animals, I've been talking a lot today, fish, to move it around, to kind of slowly disturb it, but you don't want a large disruption or event of the substrate. I just thought that was one more last important point that I kind of glossed over. And if I was here longer, I'm sure we could talk about a lot more. We could probably just do a video on dipping, just do a video on packing. We'll say goodbye for this video again, au revoir, and have a nice day.